What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm back playing some more Pokemon VGC Reg J Wi-Fi battles. Today we're busting out a brand new Darkrai team. Today we're actually utilizing Sweet Scent off Choice Scarf Skymin. Gonna be lowering the evasiveness of both of our opponent's Pokemon at the same time by 2, so we can come in hot with these absolutely massive Dark Voids. I know a lot of people don't really like Darkrai teams in Reg J, but I feel like if you have the really creative Dark Void teams, it can actually still be a lot of fun. So like I said, one way that we can set this up is by going for a Choice Scarf Sweet Scent, being able to outspeed a bunch of very popular Pokemon in the format, lower both of their evasiveness, go for the Dark Voids, which will also allow us to hit things like Blizzard as well. Pretty cool stuff. We also have the ability to go like Sableye Darkrai. And what we can do with this set is go turn 1, Gravity with Sableye, Protect with Darkrai, and then after that, we can actually skill swap our Prankster onto our Darkrai and go for Prankster boosted Dark Voids. Even though we're a Dark type, we can actually still self-target our teammates with these priority moves. So really, really cool tech. We can do a very similar thing with Farigiraf. If I want to go for like a Trick Room mode, if I read them going like big Tailwind mode off the rip, I can go Protect Darkrai, Trick Room into like a Gravity Dark Void from there. So a bunch of different ways to actually set Dark Void with this team. If you guys want to try out this team for yourself, its rental is going to be up on Patreon. And other than that, the last 2 mons in our team are just going to be relatively standard like Booster Flutter for a little bit of additional speed control and a big like modest choice specs Chi-Yu. A lot of people like don't use the specs Chi-Yu. We're gonna get some big KOs with this thing. I believe in Chi-Yu, and without further ado, let's get right into these games. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, here we go. We see Kyogre and T-Tar. Oh man, that is a match. That's a weird match. Alright, so let's see. What do we want to do here? Raichu, Miraidon as well. Miraidon is a pretty hard matchup for Darkrai. So I think we probably just need to roll them with some of our other mons. So let's realistically think about what we want to do here. They probably think they're pretty safe into, you know, Darkrai with that sort of stuff. But we do have the big Blizzard if we need it. I think Sableye is still a usable mon here. I think Skymin is just a really solid lead in this situation. Like, we can always go Ghost Terror with our Skymin to avoid fake outs. Like, Seed Flare just chunks things. Sweet Scent Blizzard is probably really usable into, like, Miraidon. Like, what are they really going to do? Hit the Skymin, and then I just send out Flutter and win the game? That sounds, like, really viable. So, like, I'm still going to lead with these. This will force the Miraidon to come in, and I think these just let me control the game from there. I think the Chi-Yu is still going to be really good. I don't really need Sableye here. We don't need to go for, like, gravity shenanigans. You know, Miraidon's probably one of this team's worst matchups, but I still think we have good outs into, like, the rest of their core. The only thing I'm really worried about here is going to be a Scarf Ogre. So we're going to be able to try and sniff that out just a little bit. Like, if they lead Ogre, like, I'm about to just hit it with Skymin. Like, actually, are you going to wide guard me? Because, like, I want a Dark Void so bad. I want to Dark Void so bad. I can just go Sweet Scent Dark Void, and there's not a dang thing you can do about it. There's not. There's nothing you can do about it, bro. You go wide guard. He walked in Hitmontop in the first spot. So that means a couple things. That means Hitmontop is a mon they want to bring to the matchup. Now, we don't know if they want to bring it because it has Fake Out, or if they want to bring it because it has Wide Guard. I think what they're going to do is Terastallize that Kyogre to avoid any sort of like Seed Bomb shenanigans. I'm going to try and rip this off. I'm going to be a gamer. And remember, this is a this is a Covert Cloak Poison Terra Darkrai. So I'm actually going to think about what I want to do here, because we have to play our cards right. I don't need to Terra yet. You're just going to rip a Fake Out. Yeah, we're going to Terra our Skymin. Yeah, so we Terra the Skymin, Ghost to block the Fake Out. Sweet Scent hits both, lowers their accuracy, and Dark Void should be able to get GG's. Cool. Let's see if the Miraidon comes in. No Miraidon. Oh, see, I told you. Yeah, they thought they were safe here. You thought you were cool for school over here. Hopefully no Scarf Ogre, right? Full speed Scarf Ogre might outspeed, it would outspeed Scarf Shaymin if they were full Timid, because we just have enough points to basically outspeed things that speed creep Scarf Ursh. Let's see what they got. Fake Out, there it is. Darkrai does not care because we have that big cloak here. Sweet Scent, ripping it off, going to lower both of their evasions. Oh my gosh. Harshly falls on both. Love Sweet Scent tech here. And we rip the Dark Void. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so sick. Now, what's really cool about this is if you wanted to pivot in like Miraidon or something, I can just go Sweet Scent Blizzard into that, and that is just the coolest thing anyone's ever seen. Yo, Shaymin busted. I'm actually going to pivot out my Shaymin, I think. And I'm going to start Dark Pulsing that Kyogre. So really, really good stuff here. I love to see. I love it when a plan comes together, right? So we're going to be ready for the Miraidon when it's time. And I think we're just going to go for a Dark Pulse into this Kyogre. This Darkrai is not actually like super strong. It's mostly bulk, as you can see over here on our set. We have enough speed to outspeed modest Miraidon, and the rest of it's just kind of bulk because we have like a bulky Clover Cloak set. So the idea would be to, you know, bait the Miraidon in, and then Flutter can probably just like double dip like Fairy Terra, Moonblast, Oko, or even pivot out Darkrai for like Chi-Yu, and then from there we'd be able to finish off the Miraidon. The Miraidon's the last big threat, and, you know, saving our Skymin in the back is going to be a very good mod for that as well. So we can also get like one-turn sleeps on these guys, which would be pretty unfortunate, but I don't think it's the end of the world. So Booster's going to pop on our Flutter here. We're about to be cooking good looking. And let's go. He's pivoting out the Hitmontop. Alright, so that means Hitmontop, you know, the order that things switch, looks like the Hitmontop, looks like the Kyogre's not switching in, because it would have already switched, right? The Kyogre's usually faster than Hitmontop. DP comes in here, so let's see, do they get a one-turn sleep? No. So Lucario is a little bit of a problem for Flutter Mane, but our Flutter Mane is actually pretty bulky, I would say. Like, that's pretty bulky for a Flutter Mane, like heavy HP investment. I think we're going to be fine. I actually think that you just Icy Wind, and let me think about that. I can just get the Kyogre off the board. It'll cost me my Flutter, but I don't really need the Flutter if I still have the Skymin, because Skymin can just come out and rip like Tailwind, and then I'm fine. This is a hard turn to see for me. I'm going to go for a Protect. Oh, I wanted to Protect with both. My bad. I didn't know I was selecting for Darkrai there. My bad. First game of the day. It's like 6 in the morning, guys. So Flutter Mane did something, Darkrai protected. I think that's fine. Worst case scenario, we lose the Flutter here. I don't need to lose my Darkrai to like a close combat though, but I don't want to lose my Flutter Mane to like a Meteor Mash or an Iron Head or anything else either. Yeah. Final Gambit. Oh no. No thanks, bro. So let's see what they want to get done here. Kyogre's gonna wake up there, obviously, yeah, and then it's weak. So Surf, he's gonna hit the Lucario. Okay, yeah, TY, my guy, appreciate you, long time. Flutter Mane's gonna live that too. Yeah. Oh, you just Oko to Lucario, dude. Dude, that Protect Darkrai was kind of clutch. I'm actually really glad I didn't double into the Ogre. He's orbed, bro. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Now remember, this Kyogre still has -2 evasiveness. So if I rip a Blizzard, it will make connections. I want to see if it's Miraidon coming out here. Hitmontop is back, but it's still asleep. So what we can do here is, I think, just Moonblast the Hitmontop. Get that thing KO'd unless it gets like a one-turn sleep. So right there. You might as well just Blizzard, do a little bit extra damage. You should be able to pop the Kyogre here with a Blizzard. I think we do. I think we pop in it like a Blizzard. And this covers really well for like pivot out Kyogre for Miraidon. Like, I'd love to be able to catch Miraidon with a Blizzard. Know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of nice. I could just go for a Dark Pulse too, but like I want a little bit of extra chip on the Hitmontop. So let's see what they want to do here. Survey says, where you looking? I like the color scheme though. Like the Kyogre Hitmontop, you know, pink color scheme goes very well here. He tried to go for either a Fake Out or a Wide Guard. Fake Out wouldn't do anything on our Cloak Darkrai. Moonblast into this guy, big damage. And it's going to be a single target Blizzard boosted by the, you know, evasiveness drop sharply on the Kyogre. We should be in a pretty good spot here. So let's go. Big Blizzard. Oh my gosh, that's what we like to see, baby. Let's see if they save the best mom for last Miraidon, or if they have something, you know, a little bit sneakier in the back. Because I'm trying to think, what would be our L here? It's T-Tar. Okay, I was going to be like, there's something ain't right. So, yeah, it's T-Tar. It's Unnerved T-Tar. That's actually so cool on, like, a Kyogre team. Like, I super vibe with that. I really, really do. I don't need to do this, but, like, I'm gonna rip the Blind Dark Void, because I'm a gamer. And you gotta let him know that you know what's up. What Terra are you possibly going to go? You going to double dip something? Double dip Rock Slide? Fighting. Okay. I mean, so Dark Pulse wouldn't do anything, but, like, this Moonblast's about to cook still. Fighting, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna get super powered. I'm gonna Oko this thing unless it's vested. It might still be vested. Dark Void, blind? Never lucky, dude. Come on, never lucky. It's okay. Brick Break! Oh my gosh, dude, this guy hates screens, man. Don't be. Dude, I could have won Poison Terror. Don't say I couldn't. Alright, so we just sent out Skymin here, and I'm gonna get my win with Skymin, I think. I would think I want the Skymin victory. I want the big Skymin victory. Can I hit a Seed Bomb? What do you guys think? I mean, you know I'm the unluckiest player that's ever played this game, but like, sometimes I just want to hit my moves. That's one of the reasons why I got the whole like gravity stuff. I want to lead like Skymin Sableye and go gravity seed bomb. That'd be some cool tech too. There's so much cool tech. Like this rental has so much cool stuff. If you guys want to try out this rental for yourself, it's gonna be up on Patreon. Think about checking that out. All my other Reg Age teams, all the other teams I've been featuring, those are all up on Patreon as well. Seed bomb does get the big hit. It doesn't get the chaos. That's super vested, but yeah. AV and Brick Break, that's some vested stuff. We also don't get the Spadef drop. You're never lucky. Never lucky. It's time to win the game. Skymin, you had your fun. I play with my food, and we take those wins all the way to the bank. I mean, I don't know why they didn't bring the Miraidon. They probably thought there was some sort of like cheeky play with the Darkrai to play around the Miraidon, but in reality, my play would have just been to like KO the Miraidon with like Blizzard if they actually brought it out. So we take those wins all the way to the bank, and we're going to go into another game. All right, Kyogre again, Zenta, a little bit of a Rain Core over there. This should be a pretty good matchup for Darkrai though. Darkrai Sableye seems really good here. The way I like to play this is just going like turn 1 Gravity Protect into turn 2 skill swap onto Darkrai and then go for a Prankster Dark Void. This lets us bypass their Tailwind speed control. And the fact that we're both Dark type means we can't be like taunted by Torn or anything. So the only way they can actually stop this is by double tapping the Sableye. And if you do all that, you're not setting Tailwind, which means you have to set Tailwind on the second turn. And if you want to go through all those trials and tribulations, there is a shot that like these mons just win it out for us. So let's see what we can get done here. And see how this one goes here. You have Zenta for potential wide guards, but like, I don't know how much like wide guard's really going to do in this matchup. I have the right mons to be able to pin it to. I think Skymin's actually pretty decent into Zenta. Torn Ursh. So we can't protect. Oh, it's Urshy Dark. Ugh. With it. Alright, so I'm just going to go Gravity. Gravity, Terra, Dark Void. Right? I think that's probably the best play. This lets me block a close combat, and we just rip the Gravity. Yeah, I mean, if you're not bringing out something like, if I can't protect, I'm just gonna attack, right? So that's how this is gonna go down. No protect, only attack. Let's go. I mean, you can rip Bleakwind, but I would outspeed anything. So if you're trying to go like Bleakwind, close combat and just like win the game, yeah, you have to Tailwind, which means you can hit one. And I don't think you're Wicked Blowing a Darkrai. So let's see it. Even if you do, I think I live a Wicked Blow unless you're banded. Probably hitting the Sableye for anything. CC, there it is. Awesome. Darkrai eats those. Perfect. And we still have Prankster on Sableye too. We didn't need to skill swap or anything. So Dark Void rips. Perfect. So like Sash, Ursh is gonna get bodied. I think I'm gonna just rip a Blizzard and knock off targeting the Torn. Because Urshifu, they both already, well, Torn hasn't even started its sleep turns, right? Because it's moved. Oh, they both move before. Yeah, this is fine. So I want to get the Torn off the board, though. I think that's the mon that needs to go down right now. These should get it off. And then we have Quash for like anything that we would need to, you know, pin in the back. Perfect. Cool. And I think Quash is still really good speed control here. So they have to be asleep there. Ursh has to be asleep too. So this Blizzard might actually just KO the Torn, but like, we'll see. I don't know what kind of Torn it's going to be, but Blizzard's great chip here. Great chip. Yeah, it doesn't even break the Torn. It's bulky Torn. Looks like not Citrus. Is it Rocky Helmet? Oof. The Torment, though. Cloak Torn. That's very solid. Cool. So we see the Torment there. So Tornadus goes down. Being able to speed this game up just a little bit. Very, very good for us. So Urshifu can technically wake up. We don't know what sort of set it has, but I only really wanted to KO one of their mons because now Urshifu's still asleep, right? If they bring out something else, I can just quash that, right? So that's like my thoughts here. I can just go quash Dark Void into the Kyogre. And they probably think they're in a safe spot. The only thing this loses to is like one turn sleep, wake up Ursh. Which would suck, but like this is just the play that we have, right? Let's see it. And that's assuming that they're not banded, right? So Quash into the Ogre, very good speed control here. And nice, Urshifu's still asleep. I mean, I have to hit my Dark Void. It's not 100% accuracy even in Gravity, but like I'm giving myself a really good out. So it looks like I do hit. And now Urshifu's starting to get ticked out even more. Kyogre's going to start to get ticked out. They're waiting out their Tailwind turns. If I get the Urshifu off the board here, I do win the game, I believe. Perfect. And since, well, Kyogre can wake up this turn technically. So the right play, it's hard to say what the right play is here, right? I think I think I'm going to knock off the Ogre, because if that Urshifu does get a wake up here and goes after the Darkrai, that's fine. I want to, and then the Kyogre can wake up too, that would suck, but like, I really want to be able to go after the Kyogre here. I guess in that turn, I also could have like skill swapped my Darkrai and not shown Quash, and that would have been kind of flex, but like, I like the board that I have right now. We're going to Dark Pulse there, and we're just going to knock off here. Kyogre's asleep, awesome. Perfect. Or she's going to get the wake up. That's absolutely fine if it wants to hit the Darkrai. Absolutely okay. I have the right mons in the back to be able to pin this. And if I would have skill swapped, I would have been able to have the Dark... Or the Urshifu woke up, so it wouldn't have been tormented by the dreams. But like, I really want to knock off this item on the Kyogre. I think it's super important. Very, very nice. So choice... It was Choice Scarf Ogre. That's how it outsped there. And now you see they lost their... Lost their choice item. Let's think about what I want to do here. I like Shaymin here. I think Flutter's fine though. I think saving Skymin in the back is probably correct. And I don't need to Terra anything else, so I can just Terra my Skymin, I think. Sorry, Terra my Flutter, I mean. Like, I can just... Or, I already Terra Darkrai, duh, I'm an idiot. It's first game of the day. Or second game of the day, right? Icy Wind's good. I think Icy Wind's fine. We get to live through pretty much everything else they have here. Thinking. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to pin their Ursh. Like, that's the big thing. You can Sucker Punch me, you can hit the Flutter, like, that's okay. Sableye and Skymin are still going to be really, really good in the back. Sucker Punch is fine, shouldn't get the KO. Yep, we live that. And Icy, when there's still Gravity, so Ursh has to take that. Awesome. There's no reason to, like, leave a Sableye on the board like that. Absolutely no reason. Like, I'll take the free pivot into Skymin. Grass typing will let us avoid, for the most part, most of what a 2-turn sleep Origin Pulse would do if they even wake up, which they don't, so we're gaming. We got away with the Skymin in for free. Gravity has returned to normal, but I think we're alright. I think we're going to be in a good spot. There's their Flutter Mane. That is scary. Skymin almost gets KO'd by Skymin actually, like, might get KO'd by an Icy Wind. It's 4 times. I'm going to try and win the speed tie. This is a full speed Flutter, right? So we have full speed on our Flutter. I'm going to try and win that speed tie. And that's a Choice Scarf Ogre. So, like, honestly, gaming. Let's go. Who wins here? Are you going to go Grass Terra? If you go Grass Terra, you get the Icy Wind. Alright, you're Terrastizing your Flutter. You're double dipping Fairy. Okay. You should be Icy Winning me. If you're not, I'm going to be able to bully you very harshly. And you win the speed tie. Unfortunate, right? Very, very unfortunate. I don't get O-Code, though, so they're not a full sweeper set. And we should still outspeed the Ogre because the Ogre soaked Icy Winds. All we have to do is hit a... all we have to do is hit Seed Flare. Come on. Come on, Seed Flare. Come on, Skymin. Let's go, Skymin. Bump, Skymin. Let's go. Seed. Oh, Seed. No wonder it's supposed to be Seed Flare. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. No wonder that didn't do any damage. Why is it Seed Bomb? I just realized that it's not Seed Flare. I think I was trying to hit it in the last game too. I'm like, that didn't do any damage against like that T-Tar, right? Oh my gosh, no wonder. All right, well that's really funny. So what we can do here is just protect, pivot in the Sableye, reset Gravity, and then come out with Skymin and just go for Air Slash. I think I have the... Yeah, it's supposed to be Seed Flare. I think I had it just as Seed Bomb, my bad. I remembered the wrong move. So we'll switch it over and have Seed Flare in the next one. That's funny. Hey, you know what? Seed Flare was perfect. Sorry, Seed Bomb was perfect because it couldn't miss, right? So Icy Wind's good here. And now we're going to be able to quash Icy Wind. Make sure they're slower. I mean, we already know that they're like slower than everything, basically. But I think we're going to be able to go like quash Moonblast. And then I do actually believe that Skymin doesn't actually outspeed, does it? Let me think about this. We need to go for quash Icy Wind. Because you're only at -1, which means Skymin would outspeed with Scarf versus neutral Flutter. Yeah, so we don't actually need to do that. We can just go for Moonblast. Perfect. And then we just Air Slash out. Cool. I mean, C-Bomb might actually be really good. 103 base attack, Skymin, like that. C-Bomb probably finishes that thing off. It probably does. Let's think. Am I gonna? Do I do it? I'm gonna do it to him. Like I'm gonna do it to him, guys. Oh, dude, the seed bomb. The misplay into outplay is so real here. Oh, I'm gaming. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, so this is supposed to be Seed Flare, which normally would be like a, special attack, huge damage, like special D-drop, stuff like that. And unfortunately, I have Seed Bomb, which is a physical attack, but like, dude, I'm gaming out here. I'm gaming. You protect it. I don't care. Seed Bomb gaming out here. Let's go. I think the Icy Wind is the play here, but I do outspeed with Skymin because we're Scarfed. And Air Slash would be the correct play. I think it would get the KO. It's a 60% chance flinch, but like, come on. Let me get this Seed Bomb KO. I want 2 KOs with Seed Bomb in one game. And so I just mistakenly, remembered the Seed move, and it gets the KO. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, we take those ones all the way to the bank, dude. We love to see that. We love to seed that. Oh my gosh, wins up. I'll put Seed Flare on after this game. Alright, Miraidon, not really the best matchup. Ditto also kind of hard to deal with. Zenta also kind of hard to deal with. Let's think about what I want to do here. I mean, I could lead Skymin and just go Tailwind, like wreck everything with Chi-Yu. That's definitely an option. I think Darkrai is usable. I think Flutter is usable. They don't have that much forms of speed control. So like Flutter Chi-Yu actually does look really good on paper here. Our Chi-Yu is spexed, like Fire Terra, like super angry. So like that could be something worth using. I also think like Flutter Darkrai isn't terrible. I think Flutter Sableye is usable. I think I might still open with the Chi-Yu. I'm thinking about bringing Sableye in the back. I think I'll bring the Darkrai still, and I think I'll bring my Sableye. I'm not really worried about priority moves. I don't need Farigiraf. I don't need Skymin in this one. I think Skymin is probably bait here. They don't really have Tailwind, and I don't think I need Tailwind if I apply like Icy Winds and Quashes correctly. I think Chi-Yu kind of just sends this board out. So Specs, modest Chi-Yu. We're rocking a really bulky Chi-Yu here. And I think like I would not want to eat this Dark Pulse if I was that Miraidon. So let's actually think about what they're going to do. And they can't really one-shot us back because we have so much bulk investment. So they have to leave Miraidon because we have Darkrai. Ooh, and they're going to be a little bit respectful of us because they see the Zenta. Okay, Zenta into this. How much? Who do I actually want to Oko? I can just Oko the Zenta with an Overheat. Like, that will just KO. I think I'll do that. I'm not really that afraid of what they're going to be doing here. So I'm going to protect my Miraidon. Or sorry, I'm going to protect my Flutter Mane and just Overheat. And this lets us play around Heat Wave. I don't know if Heat Wave would Oko Zenta, right? So let's just get it off the board. Not have to worry about it anymore. Pivot out for Sableye next turn. Go for like a Moonblast or something. Like, seems good to me. They're going to be thinking that we're Scarfed Chi-Yu. So we might also just get a Terra out here. They're going to be thinking that we're Scarfed. So pivot out around and see, like, I don't need to take the bait. And they're probably thinking once they get the Flutter off the board, it's going to unlock, like, Miraidon's ability to work. And it's just, that's not how this works. Here's their Terra. Awesome. So they're going to be respectful of Chi-Yu. But, like, this is Specs modest. It's modest. It's not timid. Like, I don't care if you go something that... And now I can just Moonblast you now, bro. Like, TY, my guy. Thank you. Appreciate you long time. Big damage here. This is Beads of Ruin Overheat. In your kisser. Behemoth Bash and a Flutter, not happening. Yep, we did not let them do that. And Whiff Overheat. No, I hit it. Awesome gaming. Oof, great damage here. Now, I think Moonblast will KO. I think they're going to Thunder Wave me, though, which is unfortunate. I'm going to leave my Chi-Yu on the board for this play because I need the Beads of Ruin Shred to break there. White Screen's good. I think I might get this because if I doubled it my Terra, I would have definitely got it. But let's see. Super effective. Beads of Ruin. Nice. Still gets the KO. Perfect. Awesome. I'm really happy that I'm not wasting my Terras here. I think that's also super important that we're not wasting Terras. Let's see what they want to do here. Let's see how well they actually eat this. Big damage. That's still so much. Wow. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is protect my Flutter Mane, pivot up my Chew for my Sableye. You're going to bring back in your Miraidon, you're running out of... Oh, it's Ditto. That's... You don't copy the boosts here with Ditto. You think you do, but you don't. So I'm actually faster than you right now. That being said, I can just protect here and... Don't make me just overheat 3 times. 3rd time's a charm, man. I'm gonna crit this one. There's no reason to give it to him. This helps me play around, like, I want to see if they're Scarfed, right? Because Scarf still would be as fast. They're not Scarfed, so they're probably Sashed. Awesome. So they're going Protect Flutter Mane with like a Spirit Break or a Thunder Wave. Yep, there's the Thunder Wave. Awesome. So if I had Friggraph, you would just swap right into that Friggraph here. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but like, we don't, but it's not required. I think it's more important to go after the Grim here. Than the Flutter. Because, like, I can always quash that. And I could Terrastalize. I don't think they KO me with Shadow Ball. I don't think they do. Shadow Ball shouldn't KO. What are you going to do? Icy Wind? I don't really care. Thunder Wave there. Yeah, I just got to get a hit off. Okay. Survey says Shadow Ball shouldn't get the KO. My Flutter Mane's not strong enough to do that. Yep, awesome. And nice. Perfect. Getting the Grim off the board means you can't Thunder Wave all my mons like pop, 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 pop. So what I can do here is go like set Gravity. I can even quash Shadow Ball them. They have a much lower base HP than I do. Actually, Ditto's about the same as Flutter Mane, so actually they're built about the same that I am, but like, we'll see. I have a lot of HP investment in my Flutter though. Let's realistically think what is the right play here. The Miraidon's terrain is going to be going away this turn. I'm going to set just a Gravity and get ready to go Darkrai mode. Ooh, that's really good. So it'd be nice to get an Icy Wind up here. So we'll just click an Icy Wind. And we'll go Gravity. Yep. I'm going to save my Terra for my Darkrai. Cool. Dazzling. I was worried about D-Gleam. They're going to need a double tap here. Both these guys go down. And then I get to bring out Chi-Yu and Darkrai with no real speed control. But that Darkrai, the Miraidon just locked into D-Gleam on its set here. So Darkrai should be fine. I'm just going to flip on Poison Terra, rip my Dark Void, rip the Heat Waves. Like, it's going to be great. No more electricity. It's not Terrain Extender Miraidon. Not today. And Darkrai should be able to eat this. This is a pretty bulky Darkrai set. So I think we're in a good spot here. Darkrai, baby. I wish I didn't have Chi-Yu. It makes me take more damage. Yeah, let's see. I think that they're Specs Miraidon. And like I said, Poison Terra is going to be good here. Poison Terra, Dark Void. Have to hit these Dark Voids, by the way. Mucho importante. And that's probably going to be Sash Ditto, right? That's what we're thinking. So Heat Wave's probably the right play. Heat Wave plus the Specs, all these other modifiers plus the Bad Dreams will take out the Ditto, I think. Let's see. As long as we don't lose Chi-Yu this turn, I think we're fine. But even if we do lose Chi-Yu, like, I think that's okay. As long as the Dark Void sticks, because like, we can just Blizzard them out. So let's see what they're doing here. If they go like Shadow Ball plus Specs D-Gleam and you crit one of those, plus the Chi-Yu damage rate on my Darkrai, I might lose it, but like Moonblast is fine. Ooh, that's still so much damage. There's the D-Gleam, yeah, we're fine. Darkrai gaming out here. So we got Dark Void. Looks like it's a double hit. Oh, dude, being able to Dark Void Miraidons is just the best feeling in the world. Nice. And this Chi-Yu also gets to hit its Heat Wave because there's a Gravity. Like, I don't have to worry about missing Heat Wave. I always get to hit it. That's a fat Flutter. But they already both moved here, right? So it's like, I think we're going to be in a good spot. We're going to be able to go Blizzard. Oh, this is so good. This is like the best game ever, dude. Oh my gosh, the big Blizzard in the back. And oh, this is so good. So you have to be asleep with both your mons here. Perfect. So that's probably going to be game as long as we hit one of these Blizzards, which I think might actually have 100% accuracy with the Gravity active because it's normally 70. They're not expecting the big Blizzard here. And it's Chi-Yu damage shred too. It's so good. So big Blizzard. Okay. And then the Heat Wave to finish it off. Dude, that's so good. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, I love it, dude. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together, man. This is such a cool combo. Oh, man, this is This is a blast. I love this team. Darkrai is probably like one of my, I think, my favorite Pokemon to use in Reg J. There's so many different ways to use it. You can use it with like Sweet Scent like we used. You can use it with Gravity. You can go for like the side skill swap Gravity. You can use it with so many different things. And I haven't even started to cook with this mon. We still have like 3 months of like Darkrai cooking left to do. It's going to be great. Another Miraidon. I didn't want to fight any more Miraidons, but I think this is fine. Arceus is also kind of a problem. And they have Torn. We don't really have that much stuff. I wonder if I just Trick Room this guy. Like, that's definitely like an option that I have. I can just Trick Room you. Don't act like I can't. Yeah, let's just try that. Let's see what that looks like. That's going to look something like this. So if I would like to Trick Room you, what I can actually do is Quash Trick Room, which means you're actually going to act after my Trick Room. I get the Trick Room up, and then I get to bring in this Chi-Yu, which is going to be Spec Spire Terra, and I'm just going to rip you to smithereens. That's what we're going to be doing over here. Awesome, and I think I'm going to be okay versus Blood Moon. But it's weird that they actually let the Blood Moon here. I thought they'd be going Torn. Like, why aren't you Torn? Very weird here. I'm not going to lose my Mons here. Let me think. I like Trick Room. And let me think if there's anything I need to be using here. No, this is fine. We're just trying to set up for Chi-Yu to win the match. Double Dip Electric. Yeah, so you can go to my Sableye, you can go to the Miraidon, like, you can do so many different, sorry, you can go to the Fergraph, like, we'll see how it works. Discharge, yeah, very standard. Sash is up. Fergraph holds, by the way, gaming. Never lucky. And then Hyper Voice, right? It's probably gonna Hyper Voice. Let's see if I live the Hyper Voice. It's definitely possible. Especially if, like, Sableye is faster in knockoffs. Knockoffs like a Life Orb or something. AV, awesome. Happy to get that. Hyper Voice, live. Gaming, let's go. So I think I underspeed this Blood Moon, by the way. There it is. Okay. Pretty sure I can underspeed with Chi-Yu. Yeah, Chi-Yu is not like super fast, but Blood Moon, if it's a full speed Blood Moon, it would outspeed. And I can just eat I can eat any move that they really want to throw at us anyways. So like I'm just gonna go for a Dazzle here. Let me think about this actually. Gravity never went up. I'd like to hit my moves. Dazzling's not really helping that much versus like this guarantee lets me hit my stuff. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, try that. Cool. Gravity Fergraph's kind of sick because you can do the same thing you do with Sableye and Darkrai, but with Fergraph, and if you want like a Trick Room mode, if you read them leading Tailwind. So I like that too. This is gonna be Fire Terra Modest Specs Heat Wave. And of course I'm never lucky. No gravity for your boy. I mean, Earth Power, yeah, you do underspeed, but I think we're still fine. You crit my Fergraph. Good thing you crit that one and not the Chi-Yu. And you should lose your Luna here, and if I can crit you back, you will lose the Miraidon. Nice. We crit the Miraidon. I had to do it. Told you I had. Actually, we can run the calc, but, like, I think I had to do it. Pretty sure I had to do that. Game. You know what I mean? Yo, he's like, I have AoE, and I was like, but do you? But do you have AoE? Now, I really, really wish I got the gravity up. Not because I want to hit Dark Void, it's because I want to hit Blizzard versus that Torn. And Sin's an issue, not that big of a one, though. Darkrai Gaming. Last mon is Arceus. Holy moly. And that, what kind of Arceus are you, buddy? What kind of Arceus are you? Kind of Arceus are you? Why do you E-speed everything? This is our play. Cool. You have big E-speeds. Bake out an incorrect target. That's a Cloakmon. E-speed, don't kill me. Oh, we gaming! Let's go. I gotta get a burn. Let's go! Let's go. Come on. Oof! Look at that damage. Oh, I think we got it. Unless you're Citrus. Citrus on the Incin. Okay, cool. We're fine. I think Citrus on Incin sucks for me, but, like, I think that Darkrai might be able to 1v1. It would have been nice to have a gravity up, though. That's sick. Alright, so let's realistically think what we need to do here. I'm probably going to have to eventually go for a Blind Dark Void versus Incin. 2 turns on Trick Room. So for this turn, what we would do is we would Dark Pulse, because it's just free damage. And you're going to have to go after my Chi-Yu, then I'll Protect, Terrain will expire, and then I'll be able to use Dark Void. I'll get at least 1 turn to do that, where like I'll be out of Flare Blitz range. It's fine. Chi-Yu. You did a good job. You did a good job, Chi-Yu. You did. You did. So let's see it. Survey says Darkrai versus Incin 1v1 and done. Oof. It's a good chip. Alright, so this is last turn TR, last turn Terrain. We're popping the big boy Protect. Don't use Sub. Don't do it. I think that I might actually be able to win out by clicking Dark Pulse, because you're going to have to click Flare Blitz into me, right? Yeah. I think I can eat 1 Flare Blitz too. I think Dark Pulse plus Flare Blitz recoil plus Dark Pulse could get it, and it gives me chances to flinch. What would you guys do in this situation? Let me know in the comments. Would you be clicking Dark Pulse here? I think Dark Pulse is actually just the right play. If I get crit by Flare Blitz, I lose. I'm gonna Dark Pulse. If first of all, like, if I miss 1, I still have 1 shot to hit a Dark Void if I'm not even close. But this gives me, if I get 1 flinch, I win the game. So Dark Pulse is good. And then Flare Blitz recoil. Knockoff. Okay. Cool. So we're basically right where we were. I didn't get a flinch. Do we go for the Dark Void, chat? Let's see it. Let's use a Protect. Let's see what they're trying to do here. Because I want to see, like, they have Parting. If they're gonna go Parting, I'll go for Dark Void games. Flare Blitz, okay. How much damage does Flare Blitz do to my Darkrai? Do I need to utilize? So let's plug in Darkrai here. I have the damage calculator right here. So Darkrai, Incin. And let's plug in Flare Blitz. We have 29 seconds to choose our move. So my Darkrai is built with 252-4. Flare Blitz does 54% on high roll from no investment, which means I have to Dark Void here. Blind. Gaming. Let's go! Got it. All right, cool. We gaming. So we saw on a Incin here, it did 46% low roll with no investment. And I think if you have Knockoff and Flare Blitz on that set, you probably have about 60 points. At least anywhere between 60 and 100. So that would have done anywhere between 48 and 57, which would have gotten them the KO right there. So we're gaming here. And then, like, they can wake up here, but I think the right play is to Protect to see if we tick them, and then just Dark Pulse them out. Because we don't want him getting over a 1-turn sleep on us. Because we can just go right back to the same exact play that we did. Nice, that's game. Cool. We take those wins all the way to the bank, dude. Darkrai gaming. Anytime you beat the Miraidon team with the Darkrai team and you're not using like Rillaboom or something, absolutely massive gaming, right? So we take those wins all the way to the bank. If you guys want to try out this team for yourself, think about checking the rental code. It's going to be linked in the description to my Patreon where all of my teams are. You guys want a bunch of different Reg J and Reg H teams. We're doing content for both those. We're also going to be making content for Legends ZA coming out relatively soon. So if that sounds like fun, think about checking out the Patreon. Other than that, peace out. See you guys next time.